What's up YouTube land, Xeno Gaming here, and welcome back to FRL. This is going to be round number 12 for the Italian Grand Prix around the historic Monza circuit. And today we hopefully will be able to get back up another podium performance as we did last time out at Belgium. So yeah, we'll straight away be getting into this one. Very much looking forward to it. One here in Season 1 in FRL. Italy's always been a track I've gone pretty well at, so hopefully we can do the same here today as we now jump into the first qualifying lap here and coming through the Ascari chicane, and a little bit wide there, a little bit of a moment as well on the exit, and crossed the white line by millimetre, and we invalidated our lap. Here we go, second run here, and on the same set of tyres coming through the chicane, and now coming into the Lesmo one, and a bit of understeer mid corner there, and we go once again over the white line by a little bit, and we have invalidated our lap. So here we go for the second set of tyres now, and our third lap, and this is actually the start of the lap. Yeah, and as I start the lap, I actually run a little bit wide out of the parabolica, cross the white line, it invalidates this lap and the next lap. And I don't have enough fuel to even put it in lean, trundle around for a lap, then do the lap and have enough fuel to get back in for an in lap. So I just came in and aborted, and then I went out here, and this is the last run in qualifying, third set of tyres, and my last chance. So yeah, naturally, this is a really important lap, and I took it very cautiously, as you'll see, because I didn't want to invalidate for a third time. I was very cautious at the parabolica coming into turn 1, and actually a pretty good run through 1 there. Probably could have had a better, stronger exit off 2, and now we're on the run up to the second chicane of the lap here. Very important one to get right here, braking just around the 100-metre board, back down the third gear, and short shift to fourth, getting on the throttle as early as possible, trying to carry the speed up to Lesmo, and try not to hit that inside curb, hit a little bit there, and through Lesmo 2, very important corner here to get the exit for the run. See, we didn't use all the track there. I probably could have used a little bit more of the track on the outside, but I really just didn't want to invalidate. It was just, yeah, a very, very cautious lap here. Coming now into Ascari, braking just after the 100-metre board, 5th gear corner. A little bit wide on entry there, and that's really compromised my exit. I was looking for the word there. Compromised my exit on the run down to Parabolica, the final corner. Got a little bit of a toe there, which is quite nice, as we now come down Parabolica, 5th gear corner. And yeah, leaving the outside plenty of space. Yeah, probably could have used a little bit more of the outside and all of the track. And we come across the line for 1 minute 19.2, so a really weak lap. 18 for sure is in me. I'll probably have a half a second if I was pushing, but I just didn't want to invalidate. And you know, I've qualified 11th here for for Monza, and it really unfortunate. I mean, we don't have to start on a soft tyre now. That's the benefit. I'm going to start the medium compound tyre. The soft tyres to start with aren't fantastic anyway, so we're going to start the medium compound tyre and just hope we can have a strong race on that tyre from the start. And just, you know, it's all about the DRS train around this track, so let's see if we can just hold up with that DRS train as we now switch to start on the medium compound tyre. So that's the plan and the strategy for this race. So yeah, we'll hopefully have a strong performance for this track. Once, like I said, just gonna make sure you keep in DRS and just use the slipstream, use the DRS to keep up, and that's how you really gotta do it. And hopefully we can have a good clean start and you know, just get into the rhythm of the race. So we'll yeah, starting from 11th, it's a tough starting spot, but on the medium tyre as well. Everyone ahead on soft tyres, but see, everyone behind, at least that we can see, currently on the medium tyre as well. So yeah, you don't really want to, because the soft tyre will go off after about 6, 7, 8 laps around this joint. So you do need, you'd rather start on the medium tyre. But anyway, here we go, ready for the start of the Grand Prix with the 5 red lights coming on. Long hold, but we go here in Spa for FRL Season 2, and I don't get the best launch here. I got a lot of wheel spin there in 4th gear, and a great start by Ash on the inside. McLaren coming through with a fantastic start, and then I don't know what happened there. Silverfoot just all of a sudden brake checked, and all of a sudden I've lost my front wing, and yeah, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, I was taking it cautious on the braking, and I braked really early, and then all of a sudden you just stopped. So we're gonna have a go here. Not gonna take that chance without a front wing, or the left side of it, I believe. Yeah, the left side of it completely gone. So we're just gonna try and just get back around to the pitch. You can see how much understeer we have in the first Lesmo, and Raz easily gets past, and same with the second Lesmo. But now there's a huge incident here, and a safety car immediately is deployed, and this was a lifesaver for us, because we're going to change the front wing anyway, and now we're going to be able to latch onto the back of the pack instead of losing 30 odd seconds and then having that horrible hard tyre. I mean, we're still going to have the horrible hard tyre, but now at least we're with the pack, and we may lose time, but when we're going to be able to recover a little bit. So the safety car is a big help, and at this moment in time, the plan is just to go to the end of the Grand Prix if everything runs smoothly. There's not really much more you can do. It's obviously the hard tyre can last the race distance here. I mean, it's a pretty poor tyre though, and it just offers, especially around the track, offers no grip. But anyway, coming on to the restart here, and we get going here, and not the best restart from ourselves, but we're still tucked up in a slipstream here, and it's a bit of a slipstream fest down. We're actually getting a really nice tow using our overtake mode on the Ferrari here of Hervina, and we're going to go down the inside. Unfortunately, the Mirrell is parked inside, so we can't fully send it. There's a racing point off the track there, not sure what's happened to him, but managed to get a good run on the outside of turn 2 to get in front of Hervina, and now we're picking up the slipstream from Mirrell, and we've got using a lot of overtake to do this, but you might as well. I'm going to have a look to the inside here. He covers a little bit, but he leaves us a space, and now I send my car down there and just side by side here, and we get a better run out of turn 5, and we manage to get ahead of Mirrell and move up into 10th place actually. And now we got Raz ahead, who we will be looking to get past. He's on that medium tyre, running very wide there. Lucky actually not to pick up a penalty, but I was so wide I was actually almost in the gravel there. Just a lot of understeer, and I noticed that immediately. It was the hard tyre there, just very understeer, and then a lot of sliding. Now we've got a virtual safety car deployed, but yeah, the hard tyre, very understeery, and a lot of sliding mid-corner. Just not a good tyre. Just the car balance is completely different. And we're getting a good run here on Raz with the DRS for the first time in the race. And very cautious here into Ascari. And you see Raz ran a little bit wide, so now we've got the run up him up to turn the Parabolica. I'll cut that little bit out. We don't need to see, that's a bit boring. But here we go. Now we've got the run coming out of the last corner. We're right under his rear wing there as we open the DRS, so he's got DRS as well, and he's getting the tow, but we've got a bit of a side draft going here, pulling alongside, and we're just more confident on the brakes here than Raz, and we make the position into turn 1. So good job there to get ahead of him. He's on the medium tyre, and this is lap 7 now, and we're able to at least race with him. There's a yellow flag behind us there. I don't know if you saw it on the minimap, and now there is a second safety car. Second real safety car. We've had a virtual safety car, so 3 neutralisers in this Grand Prix. Been a very messy race today. I stay out here. The Renault in front stays out of Enrique. And now everyone else pits off the soft tyre for the medium tyre. No easy decision right around the pit window. And yeah, so now I don't plan to stop for the rest of the Grand Prix. We've got the fast guys behind on the medium tyre. We got Enrique, who we were closing up before this safety car. So we're going to want to try and get ahead of him as quickly as possible and see if we can make a bit of a gap behind. But we get a fantastic restart here. I actually have to go off a little bit off throttle so I don't overtake him before the line. And then he goes, and it caught me. I didn't quite catch me a little bit. It just meant I couldn't get him past him in turn 1. He weaves here on the straight. He can't defend now. He's used his line of defence, but I'm not going to go for it into turn 1 there. Exceeded the track there a little bit in turn 1 by, I swear, an inch, but that's our first warning as well of the Grand Prix. But now we're getting a super good run here, using a lot of overtake. He hasn't got a slipstream in front, and we do use that slipstream advantage. Now we're going to overtake him down the inside into turn 4. But there was a yellow flag out, and I don't know what the yellow flag was out for, so I let him back straight through. And this actually cost us a position here to Kalafas, who is one of those quick guys that stopped already for the medium tyre, so we won't see him again this race. Look how much oversteer I get through the first Lesmo, unbelievable. And then a little bit of understeer in the second one, and now We got Raz behind us. Now Baraka has moved into 4th place. But yeah, it went green flag as soon as I would let him back through. It just don't know why there was a yellow flag there. Got no idea, but that was really unfortunate. The game being the game. And yeah, Baraka had a look at us into turn 4. We managed to hold on. I wasn't really trying to defend him. He didn't go very late in the brace. But we have a huge slide out of Lesmo through. Like I said, this hard tyre is just real tricky. Now we got Diddle Lick behind it. And the goal is just to try to latch on here to Baraka. I just pull the nose out a little bit to get a bit of clean air. But look how much he gaps me just going through that Ascara chicane. So I was like, yeah, no chance. The hard tyre is just not as good as the medium tyre, and plus he's just a really good driver. And now we have a 3rd safety car here on lap 12. So once again, another safety car. Not sure why the 3rd one was deployed, but I realised that this hard tyre, I'm just not going to achieve anything on it. Enrique comes in, he comes in for the hard tyre to switch off his medium tyres, and I just couldn't justify staying on this tyre any longer. And I'm going to switch back to the mediums that did half a racing lap. Well, did a racing lap at the start of the Grand Prix. It wasn't really a racing lap because I wasn't at full speed. But yeah, so they haven't got much wear on them. I thought I'll jump back on them. Look, the soft tyre probably can't get to the end of the Grand Prix. It probably could get to the end of the Grand Prix, but I didn't feel too confident taking them that far. I'd rather the medium tyre. And one, I'm going to be a lot younger than the guys ahead by maybe 10%. So we maybe have an advantage now to the end of the Grand Prix. So here we go. And on the restart, we're right behind Enrique, and we're going to get a much better restart compared to him last time round, sorry. And we're right underneath his rear wing here, using all my energy here so I can have a go. And now I'm close enough where I can attack him on the brakes into turn 1. Almost send it down the inside of the Alfa Romeo as well, who leaves me the space actually, which was quite kind. Just I think that was more for himself, so he doesn't himself. That's Rhino. Get himself taken out. We get a really good run out of turn 2. Had a much better exit, and we're straight through here and into 8th place. And now we got Tom ahead, but unfortunately here through Lesmo 1, I don't get a good run here. And well, there's the story. Just too eager on the throttle, was a little bit inside as well. Probably had a little bit too much steering lock on. Now looking back at it, and I looped the car into the fence. I was fortunate not to retire from the Grand Prix, but obviously needed a new front wing now. And I just chuck on the soft tyres here, just because I don't want to go back in the hard. There's 10 laps to go. They can get to the end, no problem. But yeah, just one of those things. I couldn't believe it. I did that. It was looking good for maybe a top 5 finish here. Was feeling really confident, and all of a sudden it just goes away in a flash like that. So yeah, hopefully we can just trundle around, and there's a safety car. That's the hope here, is there is a safety car. I quickly would put in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, to no one's surprise here. Just got that out the way, and then so on this very lap 21, Edmund came out of the pits in front of me. So all of a sudden I'm battling the car, and I got excited, so I started pushing on this lap. This is lap 21, so this is 5 laps after I'd done the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and I come here into Ascari, and I'm almost cut that corner, and I'm pushing balls to the wall. I'm going flat through turn 10, and the car couldn't handle it, unfortunately, and now I have retired from the Grand Prix. So poor race from myself, poor qualifying, but just poor weekend. Yeah, qualifying outside the top 10, not an ideal start. Had an incident at turn 1 on the first lap, and then having a good recovery drive, and then looped it when I was in a strong position, and then looped it again when I probably wasn't going to score points. But I mean, I did liven the race up with a late safety car here with 5 laps to go. So yeah, but not much to really say. I'm not sure who won the Grand Prix. I didn't look into it. I was pretty filthy with myself. So I hope you all liked this video. Subscribe to the channel for plenty more racing content, and comment your feedback in the comment section below. Until then, goodbye.